Hi everyone. Okay, so I wanted to kind of do a meeting very early on in the month because we have a lot going on, right? 1 week down, but we still have, 3 more weeks in April to go. And there's a lot of activities going on this month. To begin with, SFR. So if you don't know about Sensi Family Reunion, it's think of it kind of like a convention that is once a year, and it's geared to kind of get us ready for fall season. Right? They're gonna do from what I've seen in the past when they've been live, they do give you a kit and with product from the new catalog. So I think it's pretty interesting to attend in person. I haven't been able to because of COVID. So this will be the first year that they're having it after COVID. The registration, I have it here. It started on the 15th of March. And the reason I'm bringing it up is it closes April 30th. So I know we just got paid today. So if that's something that you want to invest in, because it is an investment, right? Because it does have a registration fee of $300. That's what I'm looking at right now, $300. Plus, keep in mind, you have to travel. So it's in Salt Lake City this time in Utah. The dates are June 23rd through the 25th. For us directors, even directors in Q and above, can attend leadership on June 22nd. It starts, but for the regular SFR will be June 23rd through the 25th. Let me see. I think I went over what you get and all that good stuff in last team meeting, but I was trying to see virtual. So if you can't attend in person, they do have the virtual one, which is $150 for the registration. Okay, so and you do get a kit. They call it an SFR 2022 Spirit Kit that includes t-shirt, workbook, lanyard, name badge, and ribbons to celebrate. Okay, and a surprise gift only for virtual attendees. But if it's in person, it's $300 plus consider all the, booking a hotel, travel, what have you. But to me, it's well worth it just to go through the experience live. But that's why I'm telling you now, so that way you can plan. It's until the end of this month, registration. So that's out of the way. What was it? End of month, the last day of the month, March 31st. I had posted the end of month live, and I did screenshots of all the spoilers that they gave us, right? So we already know some of it, right? They give us some. It doesn't mean they tell us everything that's coming, but they did give us some pretty good spoilers as what is coming this month. So try to watch those so that way you can plan ahead, especially if you have certain customers that are diehard fans of whatever is coming out, right? Usually the limited time offers. Those are the ones that we kind of have to gauge who likes, for example, Disney, who likes Star Wars, who likes Marvel, things like that. And with me, luckily, I have a pretty big customer base that likes certain things. Like I already know who likes Star Wars, right? I already know who likes Disney products and certain Disney products, because Disney, there's so many. So I'm not giving anything that hasn't been posted publicly because it was on Facebook, the end of month live. So what's coming up, as you notice, Batman was one of the things that was mentioned. And if you check your workstation or the group, I posted the mini warmer, the full-size warmer, and the bar, the Justice League bar, the DC Justice League bar, Sensi bar is coming back on Monday. Okay, what the item that is new is going to be the mini warmer, because we didn't have a Batman mini warmer. So if you haven't seen the images, they're pretty cool, right? To look at. Even if you're not a Batman fan, share, because you never know who in your customer base is a Batman fan. Okay, and if you already know who is, I would probably personally message that person or text or what have you, sending them the pictures of the warmers coming out, the mini warmer, full size, and the bar. Okay, so Batman's coming out this Monday. Also, Chase Rainbows, I believe, is this Monday as well. Yes. And with that one, we were able to buy the 5-pack of the collection. We could buy up to 2. They retail for $25. We got 25 of PRV. If they buy them individually, they are $6 each bar, just like the other bars. But if you buy them together, it's 25 for 5 bars. Those are coming out this Monday. Okay, so if you were able to, and I think yes, I did share what I did as far as I shared the template that was going around for to make the like the sample, the sample, what was it called? The sample, I should have gotten it. Hi, now I can't think of it. The wax sampler. There you go. I was somewhere around there. The wax sampler of all 5. It had the description on there, and you can put them on there. They're by color, right? Chase Rainbows Wax Collection. So I already gave those out, actually through today. So, and I did let them know that it's April 11th coming out. So if you have those, hopefully you made samples. Hopefully you got them out. I mean, there's still time, right? It launches on Monday, but you don't want to run the risk of something selling out. So typically I aim to get those out of the way, because with limited time offers, you just never know. Some things sell out within minutes, some sell out within days, and some will not sell out. So it just depends how popular the product is. So if you have those, you know, still you can make samples, give them out with your orders that you're delivering this month. Okay, so that's coming out. Now, what we don't know the dates or have product official images of, but they were shared during the end of month live, which was probably going to be a pretty big launch, is the Little Mermaid collection. Yes, we're getting the Little Mermaid. If you haven't seen it on the group, I advise you to look up the pictures. Get excited. It's super cute. They're going to have Ariel, the Little Mermaid. They're going to have a buddy. Well, a buddy, right? It's a princess. But if you know, if you've been keeping up, that is actually the first princess buddy we're going to have. Okay, we haven't done, Scentsy hasn't done any buddies of the princesses. So it's kind of a big deal because this is going to be the first one. Okay, so it's going to be a buddy, a full-size warmer of the Little Mermaid. It's really cute. And then they're bringing Sebastian back, but as a buddy clip. Remember we had the buddy earlier, was it earlier this? No, it was last year. We had the full-size buddy, and now we're getting him as a buddy clip, Sebastian, okay? But again, I'm not sharing anything that's not public knowledge. I have shared the end of month live there. So make sure you check the group for screenshots, okay? They're screenshots because we don't have official images of the products yet until they actually release the launch date and the cost, okay? So we don't have those details, it's just FYI. The other items that are coming are typically for May the 4th be with you, right? Star Wars fans, right? We know what that means. So that would be May 4th. But this year, what Scentsy did, which is a little different, it's pretty cool if you think about it, right? Because if you're getting it for a gift, hopefully you'll have it to give it on May 4th to a Star Wars fan, or even if you're buying it for yourself. But what they're doing is they're releasing the Star Wars collection earlier than May 4th. So that way, hopefully it gets here by May 4th. So you have that. Okay, so that's what they changed this year. Last year, they launched the products on May 4th. So you had to order them and then you would get them, right? So May the 4th be with you. They're going to launch Star Wars buddies. We're getting Princess Leia. Like I said, I'm not saying anything that's not public knowledge, okay? Princess Leia as a buddy. We're getting Darth Vader. Who else? I'm trying to remember. Oh, the Mandalorian. We're getting him as a buddy. And then what else? I know Baby Yoda. We're getting as a wall fan diffuser. Okay, as a little plug-in for pods, we're getting a Baby Yoda. And then I think they were bringing back the warmer, the full-size warmer, Baby Yoda. I call him Baby Yoda. I know. It's okay. We all know who Baby Yoda is. So what else? I think that was about it from that collection. So we're going to have a lot of LTOs or big attention attracting LTOs because, you know, they both have strong fan bases. The Little Mermaid has a strong fan base. So does Star Wars, obviously. So Those are going to be good products to advertise as we get official costs, launch date, and images, right? The screenshots, I share screenshots from end of lives, but I wouldn't share those because like publicly, like on my VIP group or what have you, because they're not approved images. Okay, so just keep that in mind. That's why I always wait for officially Scentsy to announce launch dates, costs, so that way I can use those approved images on social media. Okay, so that's what's coming. We talked about SFR, and then the other big one that I wanted to discuss, because we don't want too much time to pass and us not get started working on this. We are on the second brick, what we call the second brick of the incentive. How exciting, who knew, right? I know some of you earned the first brick. I know some of you on the team did earn the first brick. So, but what's nice about this one, it's kind of like, they call it brick by brick. So it's separate, right? So just because you didn't meet the first one doesn't mean you don't have potential to meet the second one, or even the third one that's going to start after this one. Okay, so we're on the second brick. Let's go over, if you haven't seen it. I like to go to the incentive tab. So when you go on the workstation, go under your menu and then hit incentive, because they have a really nice tracker for us always to track our progress. But the first tab on there, and I'm looking at it on my laptop, it's different when you look at it on your phone. The first tab is called overview. So it gives you an overview of how to qualify and what have you, right? So just to begin with, it just started. So we have 2 whole months. So the second part of the incentive, the second brick, started April 1st. And we have April through May 30. Is it 31st? I think we have 31 days now in May. Yes. May 31st. To complete the incentive to earn it, okay? Now, this one's driven by PRV, which to me, PRV is easier to earn. I mean, to me, it comes easier to earn PRV versus maybe sponsoring and having that person certified, right? Because you have to depend on that person. Yes, you can help them, guide them along the way, but it's really up to that person if they want to go ahead and take the advice you're giving them and do their sales and hit certified, right? There's a lot of components coming to relying on somebody else to get certified. Versus here, this incentive, it's all PRV driven. So it's up to you if you sell the PRV in order to qualify for this, which is interesting how they broke it down. So we have 2 months, and technically we have to sell 900 PRV in 2 months. It's not a lot. To me, it's not a lot. And usually I share my PRV with the group. So to me, 900 PRV is not a lot, but it's broken down in categories. That's what makes it interesting, right? And LTOs do not count. So you know, I do really well selling LTOs, right? Hold on, let me drink some water. So, my customer base is very into Disney, Star Wars, you know, what have you. So LTOs come easy to me for me to sell for PRV. This incentive makes you focus on the catalog. They refocus you back to the catalog. So let's see, and I'm going to read the category. So it's 900 in total PRV that we have to sell in 2 months, but it's broken down as 500 PRV. Has to be in Scentsy warmers and wax, but only catalog. So anything in the catalog, the warmers or the wax, the scents in there that are in the catalog, those count. Now, for example, if I sell warmer of the month, like gnome for Easter, right? Or was it Easter for gnome? I think it's gnome for Easter, right? That warmer, that wouldn't have counted. Okay, or for example, the one for this month, what is it, Desert Bloom? If I sell those, that's fine. I mean, I'm getting PRV, but it doesn't go towards this incentive. So keep that in mind. Now, when you bundle things, together, whether, whatever, you know, any, let's say the 6 bars of wax. If I throw in there 5 are from the catalog and I add one that's scent of the month, I don't get PRV for the whole bundle. It doesn't count it towards the incentive. So that's why I want to go over those details so you understand. I know I have posted it in the teen group, but I know some of you don't have Facebook, so that's why I'm going over this in detail. So, and it happened to me because I had a customer buy online directly from my website, and they bought 2 6-bar bundles, and I only got credit for 30 because on one of the bundles they put, I think it was like cookies for Santa. It was a Christmas scent. So obviously that's not part of the catalog. It was one of the LTOs, but they still were able to bundle it. But unfortunately, I didn't get no PRV towards the incentive for that reason, because they had a limited time offer bar. Okay, so keep that in mind if you have control of placing the order. I mean, I'm not telling you to discourage someone from buying a certain scent, but just keep that in mind when you're doing your bundles. If you're placing the orders, like for example, if I was placing the order for that customer, I probably would have done that bar separately and put another bar from a different order in that one. That makes sense? So that way I would still get credit for the $30, but that bar is separately. So I'm not really losing anything. It's still getting purchased, but at least incentive wise, I still got the $30 towards the incentive for the 500. Okay, so keep those things in mind, because I know as you see your PRV, you might be thinking, how come it's not updating, or how come it doesn't match? Well, it's those things. And I noticed it right away because it happened, and I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. If it's $60 PRV, why is it saying this amount? And that's why I went to the description of the order, and then I saw it. So keep that in mind, okay? As we go, it's gonna come up, because we're barely in the first week. So if you haven't experienced it yet, you might experience it from now to the end of May. So keep that in mind. So 500 PRV in Scentsy warmers and wax from the catalog. And then you have to sell 100 PRV each from at least 4 categories of the following category. 4 categories, okay? So you pick 4 out of these. I think we get 5 categories. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I already met, which one did I meet? Oh, I met the first one. I met Scentsy fans and diffusers. I already got that one out of the way. So 1 down, and I still have, the others to go, but at least I got 1 out of the way. So the first category that you can sell 100 from, and it counts, is Scentsy fans and diffusers. Okay, so the mini fans, the wall fan diffusers, that's that category. Okay, Scentsy fans and diffusers includes oils, pods, Scentsy air purifiers, and replacement filters. That's why I met it right away, because I got PRV from an air purifier. So that's why I met the category right away. So second category, laundry. Third is clean. So any of the cleaning products. And then 4th category is body. So let's say hand wash would be one, right? Things like that, body cream, hand cream, any of the body line, okay? And then last but not least, the 5th category that you can pick from that you can meet from is unplugged. So this one I'm almost done too because of the fragrance flowers. I haven't submitted the order, but I've been getting orders, and the way I've been advertising it or telling, posting or kind of telling my customers one-on-one too, like today when I delivered an order, I mentioned it, and she said, yes, that's a good idea. When are you placing the order? I told her, let me know by Sunday. So she's gonna tell me by Sunday which scents she wants. So she's like, hey, I saw that sale about the flowers. And I said, yes, they make really nice Mother's Day gifts. She goes, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, yes, they're really nice. They're really nice for a Mother's Day gift. I mean, it's simple. If you don't want to spend too much, they're $12 if you get 3, right? They're 3 for $36 plus tax. I mean, it's a simple gift, and they're elegant and nice, right? So that's how that one I'm going to meet right away, probably by when I submit this order. I'm going to meet the unplugged, because fragrance flowers is in that one, but also eligible is is car bar clips, car bars, and scent packs. Okay, so those are eligible for that category. What else? That's it. I mean, it's pretty straightforward, right? I think this one's pretty easy to follow along and track. And then they have the tracker where it kind of fills them out as you go to kind of guide you as how much more you need. So it's pretty easy. I think this one, this incentive, we all can earn it. Of course, we have to start now trying to work towards those categories, but we all have potential because, I mean, how many party orders do we submit and we can get some of that PRV out of the way? So that's why I tell you, we all have potential to earn this one. Of course, don't wait until the last week of May to start working on it. That's why I'm telling you now, the first week of April, let's start working on it, okay? And then as we go through the month, I'll go ahead and post different, I guess, different ideas of how to meet certain categories. So even though I already met the, let's say, the fans, I mean, I can still post ideas on how, you know, what we see and what have you, or post it on social media. Because there's always, in different groups, there's so many ideas you can get. Like the fragrance flower for sure is going to be an easy one for Mother's Day. And for Teacher Appreciation Week, those are huge. And I posted that yesterday. I posted on our group kind of an outline of everything coming up. And that way with dates, so you can kind of plan ahead, like what do you want to do for those? If you opt to do little bundles or what have you. I'm looking over here because I bought some stuff. I'm going to show you. Last team meeting we had, I showed you what I was doing for Easter because I wanted to tell you ahead of time so you can prepare. So I have the Easter egg here, but I know I had shown you it. Let me show you anyways, but let me see. I should have put it. So it's super easy. Any jumbo eggs. I also had the ones that were kind of like half. They kind of laid down like this and one side is clear. So, I mean, whichever jumbo egg you want to use, as long as they fit in there. And like I mentioned to you, I always leave them in the little container because that way they don't release the scent. The scent's still in there. It's until you take it out that, you know, they start giving out the scent throw, right? So they just fit in there. I mean, it's super easy. All I did was put confetti. And there you go. It reminded me right now because this is an old buddy clip. But again, they don't lose the scent as long as you keep them in the container. And then you just close it. If you want to put candy in there, go ahead. I packaged these because I'm doing an event this weekend, so they're just easier to take that way. I could always give the candy as they buy it. That's fine. Not a big deal because I didn't want to do a lot for them because I have to carry them and take them and what have you. So I'll probably just take a bag of candy and just throw it in there as they sell. But what was I going to tell you? Oh, I haven't received my my flash sales because remember, a lot of the buddy clips were really reduced, right? They were like $6, some of them. So I didn't get any of it. So like I said, you can plan on those things for shipping purposes. That's why I tell you, sometimes even if you try to plan ahead, it doesn't work out. Okay. Especially with the flash sale stuff, even though it was March 17th when I placed the order, I still don't have it. So now, luckily, the ones people placed individually off my website, they already got it. But the ones like they told me to order and I combined them and did a bulk order off my website, they're not here yet. So, I mean, it is what it is, right? Luckily, most of those were not like Easter. I hope they weren't. No, they weren't. They were mostly warmers and things like that. A lot of the... some Jack Skellington ones because they were like $20, but luckily I don't think anything was for Easter, so because it's still not here. So you can't depend on stuff like that. Luckily I have a bunch of buddy clips and things that I just put some together for an event for tomorrow, so we'll see how it goes. I'll keep you posted how that went. But anyways, back to the incentive period, right? The incentive we're on. So remember, until May 31st you can you can earn towards this incentive. Now, you might say, well, why do I want to work towards an incentive? Like, what's the big deal? Well, remember, if it's an incentive, there's always a prize, right? I mean, there's always a prize that we're working towards. I mean, besides you getting PRV and commission and what have you, the incentive, the prize is we get the fall winter 2022 transition kit. I think it kind of, I want to say it is the same thing as the one we bought this spring, summer, right? Yeah, spring, summer. I think it's the same thing. So we're going to get, I don't remember if they included the bars, but this is a nice thing. It's going to include 10 Scentsy bars, which is all the new catalog scents. Okay, so remember, every catalog we get 10 new scents. This is going to give you a full-size bar of each one, which we can use for samples, you know, what have you. There's a lot of potential there for you to use. Hold on, because this thing is telling me I have to click on something. Okay, so 10 Scentsy bars, a 25 pack of the catalogs, which is nice, right? That retails for 12 bucks. 12, yes, 12 without the sale. 1 pack of new release scented stickers, all 10 fragrances, which is nice too, because remember, those retail for $30 because there's the 10 new scents, and then each one brings what, 4 sheets, and they're $3. So 10 times 3, $30. So you're getting a pretty good deal. Like that alone is $42. That's not even counting the bars. Transition fragrance tester set, which is usually about $17, the transition set. Don't quote me on that, but it's about. And you get felt samples, the little felts to make the samples, which those are usually $6.50 for like 100. Well, at least that's what they used to be on the consultant store. So you're getting a pretty good deal. And what I like about this is technically they're giving you everything to make samples, because they're giving you the felt, they're giving you the stickers if you want to label them, and they're giving you the bars and catalogs. So it's a pretty good deal. It's a nice price. I think it's that's why I tell you, all of us should start working towards that incentive, because it's gonna prepare you for fall winter, which usually fall winter, at least for our team, we do really well those months. But I mean, you might as well get the tools in advance so that way you have them ready, right, to hit the ground running with that catalog. So it's a very good incentive. Let me know if you have questions when you see this, if you comment or message me directly, what have you. But that's pretty much the incentive. I don't think, did I leave any? No, I think I pretty much covered everything. And remember, when you log into your workstation, go to menu, and then it's going to be under incentive. I'm looking at it right now. So when you click on incentive, it's going to give you the 3 little tabs: overview, track your progress, and an FAQ. So if frequently asked questions. So if you have any questions still, you might find it there. If not, comment, message me, what have you. What else did I need to go over? I think that's it. I know this is running long. Oh, let's go over Mother's Day. So remember, Mother's Day collection already launched. That was this past Monday, right? This past Monday we had Mother's Day. I don't know how everybody did. I hope everybody's doing good with promoting this. And sometimes, honestly, we have to make our own bundles out of this stuff, because how can I say this? And I know I've mentioned it before, right? Sometimes the simplicity of it. People like convenience. If you give them something already ready to gift, they don't have to worry about it. So sometimes doing those little extras will get you that sale, because it's already put together. I don't have to worry about it. Okay, yes, that's it. Okay, so that's why when we do bundles or things for, like, for example, I did a lot for Christmas, everything's sold, which is great. Everything's sold. I mean, I'm not complaining. But for Mother's Day, it's also, I think Christmas and Mother's Day are very close when it comes to sales, believe it or not. Because some of you might say, well, it's Mother's Day, you know, you usually only buy for your mom. But no, like I tell you, I have somebody who bought 6 fragrance flowers already to be gifting. Because we typically give what? Gifts to we'll give everybody a gift, right? In our family, that's a mom. If you have daughters and they have children, right, your grandkids, what have you, you're going to give your daughter a gift, right? I mean, am I wrong? Don't we do that? If you have sisters and their moms, don't you usually give them a gift? Yes, and it goes on and on. You know, the examples can go on and on. Sometimes we even give our friends a gift for Mother's Day, or our co-workers for Mother's Day. Who, you know, teachers who sometimes we give gifts to for Mother's Day. So the list can go on and on, but I'm telling you, that's why Mother's Day is one of those that is probably the highest sales holiday next to Christmas, for sure. For sure, at least not only in Scentsy, but with everything. If you haven't seen that before, I know I've seen it somewhere before, where Mother's Day is the highest selling holiday because it's Mother's Day. Okay, so think of that. So that's why I tell you, people are looking for gifts. So these, it's like a little basket, it's just plain purple in there. But I liked it because it looks feminine. It looks very feminine, very girly. You know, it's pretty, it's got flowers, it's purple. So I saw it and I got a few, maybe 10 or 11. I haven't come up with what I want to do with them, but obviously the color scheme, what have you, I know I can do something for Mother's Day. Okay, so that's why I'm already preparing now to grab these, because if I wait until the week of, they're going to be gone. Oh, and I got them at the at the formerly known Dollar Tree. It's a $1.25 tree now. So at the Dollar Tree, yeah, I got these, okay, for $1.25 each. But still, I mean, it's not, I always say, you know, the extras, I try to keep them low, but the way you offset that is when you do your bundles and saves, depending what you're putting in them. That's how you kind of offset the cost, okay? So I haven't decided what I'm gonna put in there. Might be a fragrance flower, might be body line, and think about that. So with the body line right now for Mother's Day, that can be a good way to knock out that second category, right? Because the body products. Now, be careful on, think of the limited time offer for Mother's Day, but if you think about it, if I sell only from this, that doesn't go towards the incentive. So I don't want to discourage you from getting those scents for body products, because I know they have in pods, they have bars, they have a fragrance flower, what have you. I don't want to discourage you from doing that, but just keep that in mind, that would not go towards the incentive. Like if I do the Mother's Day Pamper Bundle for $21, which is the hand cream and the Scentsy Silk and that new scent, right, for Mother's Day, whipped vanilla lavender, it would not count towards the incentive. But if I buy different products that are in the catalog, body products, and I bundle them and put them in there, then, or even the Moisture Melody Bundle, that would go, as long as it's in the scent from the catalog, it would be counting towards your incentive. Okay, so things to consider when you're doing these bundles. If you're gonna put stuff together and then promote them on a one-on-one basis, because remember, we can't advertise stock. So just keep that in mind. Or don't promote them with price or anything like that online. You can always say, what do I usually say? Let me think. Now taking orders, because technically I usually do one as a display, and then I'll say taking orders, you know, taking pre-orders now, let me know what scent I can get you, what have you, something to that effect. Now, if you wait too long and then you have to kind of like now for Easter, it's whatever we have, right? But I don't advertise that. I wouldn't advertise that on a one-on-one basis to stay in compliance. Okay, so some bundles. I know I did post this whole thing about the Mother's Day collection on our group, but if you haven't read through it, remember there is some bundles that are included that are from the catalog, which that means if they purchase those, at least you know those will count towards the incentive. For example, they have the Edge Core warmer, the rose gold one, and you can get 2 bars for $40. So technically it's like you're getting the 2 bars free. You're paying the $40 for the warmer. Okay, so that is part of the catalog, so that one would be okay to count towards the incentive. The other two are the mini warmers. They each have one bar included for free. So they both retail for $25, which I already have somebody who ordered the Midnight Floral mini warmer. And then it says one spring summer 2022 Scentsy bar. So what does that tell you? You have to get it from the catalog, which is nice. That means these will count. All three bundles will count towards the incentive. Okay, so keep that in mind. Those are good to promote, and technically you're not even offsetting anything because the bundle's like that. It's not like you have to bundle and save to give them a free bar. The nice thing, it's already built in, right? You're getting a free bar. So I'm going to try to work on some stuff this weekend as far in between events. Okay, so this weekend I'll be pretty busy with an event. Remember, I only try to schedule one event per month just to keep myself out there and to meet new people. Okay, which I know I told you I'm going to do an event training, but nobody asked me any questions, so I don't know. I'm going to put something together, and hopefully that's covers kind of well, at least what I do, or what my knowledge of doing events for a while. But I didn't get any questions on when I posted it. I would have loved questions, so at least I can kind of make sure that I answer whatever questions you have, because I know there's a lot of you that are interested in getting into events, which is great. Okay. That is the best way to get yourself out there. Okay. I can't say enough. Events completely changed my Scentsy business. Okay. If that makes sense. I'm going to tell you two things that, and I think I've mentioned this before, two things that changed my business once I decided that I wanted to grow it was, one, doing events 2019, which thank God I started 2019, because we know what hit 2020, right? So if I wouldn't have dedicated myself to 2019 to grow that customer base, grow my contacts, I'll tell you right now, I wouldn't have survived 2020, because I would have known no one. Honestly, I wouldn't have known anyone. So I grew it that way. Luckily, it was enough for me to be pretty set for 2020 to switch to virtual. And then the second thing that changed my business was lives, okay? The virtual part of it. It's weird how it worked out, right? First, events, and then it set me up to have a customer base, and then lives to my customer base, right? And that's how I stay current, and that's how I stay showing my customers. I don't do home parties. I have shared that with, not that it's a bad thing. Some of you that might be your forte, forte to do it. I mean, that might be what works for you. I'm not going to discourage anyone from trying different styles, but as far as for me, I don't do home parties. And not because I don't want to. Honestly, after COVID, people are not really, at least in my area, they have not gotten back into it. They prefer to watch the lives. They prefer to watch me unboxing things, and they'll order. If they do a sale, they want the catalogs, the testers, and that's how I do parties. Not because I don't want to do a home party, but at this point, for some reason, people still haven't transitioned back to doing home parties because we've gotten so used to the virtual. That's my experience, at least. But like I said, those are the two things. If you ask me what two things geared my business to do what I do now, it was those two things. One, events. I dedicated myself all 2019 to doing them. So when we went shut down, those same customers that I had built followed me. And they followed me. Why? Because I continued to show them everything that was coming in, everything that's, up and coming with Scentsy. I would do unboxing. I still do. So that's why my customer base has stayed with me, and they continue to grow. And again, I'm not doing events as heavy as I did them in 2019. I would do it was craziness. I think I was booked every weekend, every month. Very few weekends did I have off. But now I'm at a place where I can just schedule one event per month. That's it. One event. And I still meet new people. So that's why I tell you, I still do them for that reason. So I can still meet new people, new customer base, and new teamies. and I have met team members that way, and I still continue to meet team members that way. So that's why I keep myself out there in events. So I know some of you have asked me questions about that, and I encourage it. Continue to ask me. If there's anything I can help you with, let me know. There is a difference between outdoor, indoor events, and that's why I tell you I want to do a full video just dedicated to that, because that is a standalone training. Like the events is a whole nother thing, okay? But this has gone long enough. I still owe you that video, that training, and I will do it hopefully this month. So if you have any questions on any of the information, because this is getting long, you know where to find me, okay? Comment or message me directly, text me, what have you, okay? Everybody have a good weekend, and remember, we're in incentive mode, okay? And again, I'm gonna work this weekend, events, but I wanna work some way, somehow, something about the Mother's Day. I haven't worked out the details in my head about bundles and things like that, but as soon as I do, I'll share that in the group, okay? So stay tuned. So everybody have a good weekend. Bye.